I was outside every day, trying to make it home to you, babe. When I get home, it's gonna be amazing. When we get it on, it's amazing. Let's talk about us if you hear me out. They only love me cause they see me giving money now. The whole front row at the show if you ain't there. Don't nobody got you like I do. Can't nobody got you like you. without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? I'm lost without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? Lost without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel?
Yo, yo, yo. If you get my voice for the one time, drop some emojis in the chat real quick. We're about to begin. I gotta let this one rock for a second. Yeah. How we feeling out there, y'all? It's currently August the 11th, 2026. And if you want to know what's happening right now, we are live on Makers FM.
You are now tuned in to Makers Radio, the best in the world. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. I gotta get that camera to come over here. Why is that thing doing that? I just want you to pull up over here. We are live here on Makers FM. How we feeling today, y'all? Gray Keys is with us. Says this beat, send me everyone. Let's go. I want to appreciate everybody for being here. If you didn't know, my name is Kaelin Ellis, and I am your host for this evening on a stream that I like to call Makers Club with the Makers. Well, Makers FM with the Makers Club. So, yeah, if you've never tuned into one of these streams before, I know a lot of homies be like, yo, I want to be able to tap in and see what's going on during the show. Obviously, we're a lot older. Everybody's a little older. We got more time. If we ain't got more time, probably not gonna show up. You know, that's usually how it is. But for those of you guys that are here, I'm appreciative of you guys spending time here. Where is everybody at right now in the world? I see Crash's name pop up. I see who else pops up on the list as well. Igor the Wise, Crash Fleet is with us. Got Boog 7429. Okay. Crash says the mixing combo stream. Absolutely, this is gonna be a mixing combo stream. So let's go ahead and start off with some good little frequencies for the one time. I'm gonna just play some frequencies just like, hold on. Let me do this right. I'm gonna do this right here. Just like this. Make sure it pops up. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, where exactly are y'all at? That's exactly what I was asking. That's exactly what I was asking. Blue Tape Wav, Tacoma in the house, watch your mouth. This is gonna be more of a mixing kind of day, but before I get deep into like what I'm gonna be doing today, I wanna tap in with y'all and see how y'all are doing. Because yesterday we were fixing up some stuff. We were working on some things. Pretty excited. Ooh, this is a real blue room. I'm gonna try and see if I can swap something real quick. I'm gonna go with more of a teal. Let's go with teal vibe. Cali in the house, watch your mouth. Let's go. I'm excited about today. I get to not only just talk to you guys a little bit about mixing. I'm working on a record right now and I'm trying to finish that mug in front of y'all. So yeah, let me kind of get this situated before we get deeper into it. Cali in the house, Boston in the house, DC in the house, Tacoma in the house. Man, make sure I get that hair off my little microphone. Crash, I remember we were actually on the group chat yesterday. I know everything you were telling us was kind of like, ooh, a little rough. But I'm glad that you're good. Sheridan says, I need to see what the mix bus looking like. I'll tell you this. what I hope everybody gathers from today, more so than anything, is not necessarily just the mix, but how I got there. Right? So, if you have any questions regarding mixing, regarding engineering, today is going to be more of a day of me opening up a record that I'm working on for this album. I'm finishing up an album at the moment. I spent the last several years not only just producing it, but kind of cohesively looking at it from another perspective and seeing, like, what can I do to improve these records? So, any questions? I'm super open to whatever. Now, I will say mixing is subjective. So, how I mix will be a little bit different than how someone else's mixes. Yeah, that's as much as I can get into before we get into it, because I'm usually a very tactful observer when it comes to what I want to hear and what I want to make. And yeah, so that's kind of like a brief overview of what the stream will be dedicated to. Outside of that, the Makers Club, if you have not joined the Makers Club, I highly urge you guys to cop a sample pack from my Gumroad space. Do I use mastering the mix plugins? No, absolutely not, unfortunately. I use a few things when it comes to like mastering. Mastering is, when it comes to like mix, I use a few like my own kind of things. I've been building a lot of my own stuff inside of Ableton. So a lot of what I'm going to be mixing today is going to be native Ableton unless I need something really, really specific. That more so being from the fact that I've lost a lot of sessions beyond the last several years, and I've had to go about reopening up sessions without missing plugins. Crash says, I have a question regarding the mixing. Let me actually take all the questions y'all have regarding anything mixing and mastering, because I want to be able to answer it today. I'm gonna go here. Let's go to the chat. I'm gonna make sure I like copy these questions properly. Yes. There we go. Petrolane, what's good, my boy? All right. Whatever question y'all throw it in, I'm literally gonna take these joints, put it in here. All right. Yeah. Do I gain stage? Yes. Yes and no. Yes and no. I'll explain in a little bit. I'll explain in a little bit. Whatever question you got, I'm definitely going to copy and paste it so I can be able to properly go about it. By the way, there are some things coming in the Makers Club that I want to basically prepare everybody for. I've been having a lot of conversations with individuals on learning how to get better in the mixing process, the production process. A lot of individuals have asked. And I think something that is going to be really cool is this new idea called, check this out. This new idea called Study the Greats. So maybe around next week will probably be our typical sample flip challenge that we normally do. Like, you guys know how I just simply make a sample randomly out of sporadicness and after I make this sample, I'll just post it in the Discord, be like, hey, y'all flip it, boo, boo, boo. But I'm thinking about something that could potentially make us better, because I'm also in a space right now where I'm looking to become better at what I do. And the way that I learned how to become better at making music in the beginning was literally studying the greats. So starting next week, we're gonna be switching up a little bit of the vibe for the Makers Club and turning it more so on Mondays to a study the greats listening session. I don't think I've ever done like a listening session live on the stream, but what that would entail is listening to the greats, listening to great albums that you guys suggest, or we all talk about. We listen to the whole album top to bottom, we take notes on it, and based on whatever our findings are, by the end of the album, I will end up making a sample that we have to flip. So it's kind of like the sample flip challenge. I'm gonna give you guys an additional couple weeks in time. And by that point, we should be able to drop legit projects inspired by those records. So, isn't YouTube gonna take down the stream if you listen to the album? Nah. They'll just demonetize me, but that's okay. That's okay. I'll figure out a way to be able to like have it up and then be like, all right, this is only just exclusives to the Makers Club. So yeah, as long as I don't try and like act like I own all the music, that's a whole nother thing. But literally the whole purpose is studying the greats. We listen to the music live on the stream, and then from there we study what it is we liked, things that come up for us. What are some things we could try? Maybe we look up some blogs that talked about the album when it came out at that time. And this could be any project. I thought about this because there have been a ton of individuals who have asked me like, yo, I want to get better at making music. And so what better way to get good at making music than studying the greats? So starting next week will probably be the last bit of the regular sample flip challenge before it changes. So pretty excited about that. Trying to think about what else should I speak on or forever hold my peace. Trying to think, yeah. Hallelujah. Yeah. But yeah. Any more questions regarding the mixing session we're about to get into today? Because I see there's a lot of different conversations. All right. Let's see here. M. Faka says maybe study the great session and remix the artist in question. Well, the reason why I didn't decide to do remixes is because we got to be able to, I want to drop the music that I make with y'all on like everywhere. So legally what would make sense is, let's just say for a hypothetical, we listen to D'Angelo Voodoo, right? We do a whole listening session, top to bottom, listening to D'Angelo Voodoo. And after listening to D'Angelo Voodoo, we all write notes, boo, boo, boo. We done did our research, boo, boo, boo. We write down notes and things that popped up. I'll probably make a sample live on the stream, and not only just make a sample on the stream that's inspired by it, but over the next course of the week, we do another listening session where we revise what we've made and then have like a final drop where we like play all the music that got created in the process. So what that does is it allows us to get better at making what we're doing, you know? I know a lot of individuals asked about it, and I'm like, you know what? Let's see how we can get better. And the only way I know how to literally get better is study the greats. And because I know there are a lot of individuals that want to have eyes on the music, give them a stage. Have a day where we just play the music. So that's what I'm currently figuring out at the moment. If you have any ideas of what kind of records we all Makers Club members could study, what are some records you are into, any other individuals that you guys are curious about learning, even when it comes down to just musicianship, everything that we have listened to that our ears can perceive can be broken down by studying the greats. So that's what's about to happen in about a week from now. So I'll definitely say that's what's about to happen. And what's about to happen today is we're going to listen to some music that I'm working on for my album, and I'm about to mix it tonight and also break down the mixing process. So let me go and get this little talking music thing going. Any questions before we begin? Any questions? And there's no such thing as a wrong question for this. No such thing as a wrong question. So yeah, let me make sure this camera is also squared away. Saw the focus on it kind of wavering. Ooh, I don't want it to waver. There we go. Yellow Orchestra Band. Ooh, we should listen to a Yellow Orchestra Band joint next week. That'd be cool. Cause I just feel like giving our ear, like literally giving our ear to the most important aspect of music, which is listening. We don't talk about that enough. We don't talk about listening to the music. Like, what are we listening for? So I'm figuring out a system for it. Petrolane says, who did your lineup? Nice. So there's this guy, right? He's in Central Florida, and he goes by Heavy. Sheridan says, do you use ref tracks to match your mix? Sometimes. Do I use ref tracks? Keep on asking them questions. Ask whatever question. I will put it down in a note. M. Faka says, non-music question. Are you excited for the new Miami Heat squad? Brother. I'm just going to say this off record. This is probably going to be one of the most amusing season of basketball in quite some time. So I'm an avid basketball person. I love watching basketball. The fact that LeBron is going to the 76ers is really insane because my favorite basketball player growing up was Allen Iverson. So it's very trippy to see. It's funny because it feels like LeBron is basically just living the dream of playing in the NBA. I think that's just what it is. So that's a whole other conversation. I think Miami, if they can get some shooters, will have a shot. That's a whole nother thing. Crash says, how can you make sure there's no static on a track? I'm going to write that one down too. How can on a track? All right. Savion says, what artist/album would you have liked to attend their studio session while creating? Like Water for Chocolate, out like off rip. I would have loved to be in the rooms with those guys during those sessions. Common, like Water for Chocolate. More so because of the fact that the whole album feels like a giant jam session. I used to think Funky For You was produced by Dilla, but I was really disappointed to find out it wasn't. Aww. So that's an album. But yeah. Let me see here. I'm trying to make sure I got all my bearings right. All right. So I'm going to set a timer for 1 hour and explain to you guys what we're about to do today. So, got an album at the moment. Album I'm finishing up at the moment. It's been worked on for about 3 years. And I'm about to sit here and work on the mix for the album. Luckily, a good portion of everything is pretty much it's in a good place, right? It's in a really, really good place. What I will say is we only have about a good hour to really make some good choices when it comes to a mix. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to be able to finish whatever we start today, but it will position us for something in the future. So basically any kind of like regular conversations, this will be a good stepping stone to start the mixing process. So any questions that you drop in the chat, I'm literally going to copy and paste it and put it in a note. All right. So let's see here. How do I know if my samples or drums are louder than the others? Sometimes I have a hard time to figure out that sometimes. I'm gonna give you guys a good little base level thought process, because the way that I think about it is I have like a baseline thought. I have a really baseline thought. And by the way, I'm gonna say mixing more so comes down not necessarily to the tools you use, but how you go about using them. If you can make scrambled eggs the best souffle, it does not matter what tools you are. All of them have pretty much the same algorithms and they do relatively the same thing. So I'm going to use mostly a majority native Ableton Live plugins. All right? Clearly going to be the main thing. And so I'm going to try and answer some questions before we begin this. So first and foremost, let's start from top to bottom. And if y'all ask any more questions, I'll definitely just add it as we go. But I got a first question here by Crash. And his question is, well, first, before I say that, let me go ahead and start off the process by saying, for one, if you're mixing, let's start clean. Absolutely clean. And I mean literally absolutely clean. Niles Niche says do a FL cookup then. I'm not making beats today. I'm not making beats today. I'm just gonna be mixing. I'm mixing my album. But we're gonna start off by simple as this. Do I use reference tracks? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think about references all the time when I'm making something. Not necessarily from the aspect of like, I want something to sound exactly like this, but it gets me close. What do I mean by that? So when it comes down to mixing, it's very simple approach to mixing that I think about. I think about when you cook food. Think about when you cook food. I don't know if anybody's ever cooked food before. If you've like cooked a regular meal, you have your very basic level of a kitchen, right? Think about being in a kitchen. Let's say in the kitchen, you have your stove, you have your salt, you have also your tools, right? And then also you have the produce. So you gotta have literally something to cook, like something to literally start cooking. You need to have a tool to help you cook, and you need something that can cook or cool something down. Outside of that, taste is relative. And what I will definitely say is, more than anything, if you can understand when to cool something down, cook something, use your tools, and know where to go, you can mix any kind of record that you want to in any particular way using your taste. For instance, I oftentimes, taste-wise, am into music that has a lot of warm sounds to it. I think about warm sounds because live instrumentation has always sounded the best when the sounds are very warm. Niles Niche says, would saturation be in this analogy? Absolutely. Absolutely. Saturation is in this analogy. Because when I think about making music, I didn't know how important saturation was. I'm not even talking about compressing or anything. I'm talking about volume and saturation. So before we begin any kind of process here, I want to introduce to you guys something that is going to be very, very helpful. Assume your eyes to this screen right here. So this is a screen of Ableton Live. I'm going to be using Ableton Live to mix whatever I'm working on today. And I'm going to showcase the process using Ableton Live to mix. Yes, you can use Ableton Live to mix. Everything that I'm going to be showing you guys today can be literally, and I mean literally, used in any DAW. You could be in FL Studio. You could be in Logic. You could be in Koala. So let me give you a little bit of insight. So check this out. In Ableton, look at this. This is going to be probably your best friend. Gain. This is Ableton's gain matching or gain function. When I go about looking at gain, looking at volume, looking at all these things, Unableton because I'm tone deaf. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a crazy thought. If you were to look at this simple feature, you can see clear as day, the very bottom of it says 0.0 decibels, right? The bottom is 24, or bottom is 70, and the top is 24. Now, I'm going to tell you what this means. This is where the meter stands in decibels. Decibels, if you don't know, that is how loud something is on the gain, right? So if you looked at the gain of everything inside of this song at the very bottom of this session, the gain is literally sitting at 0. The old school guys used to call it unity, right? This is literally the best way I could describe it. If a song is pretty much done and you're looking at the waveform and you can see and hear, more than likely Ableton inside of its DAW will tell you if something is in unity. I found this out the most unique way. Let me explain. Back when I used to make these one shots, right? I used to make a ton of one shots. And I mean, it could be any kind of one shot you could think of. If I was ever inside of Ableton and I was messing around with this sound or anything, I'm going to grab a random like Cyclo Rezo. I'm going to grab one of those sounds. This was something I did not know inside of Ableton that helped me understand a little bit about gain. So I thought that when you load up something in Ableton and you see the gain sitting at 0, that means its true value of how loud the decibels are is meeting at a 0. I thought that until one day, I decided to consolidate the one shots I was making. So I was recording a bunch of different sounds and I end up with a little like slice of a file like this. And then before you know it, I would hit Option, Command on the keyboard. I'm gonna let y'all see. Option, Command on the keyboard, just like this. And I press J. See here? Actually, just Command J. Now check this out. Initially, I thought it was 0. Come to find out, Ableton has a way of reading the audio. If you consolidate it to a new file, it'll truly tell you where this sits on a decibel meter. So this clap sound that I had was actually -2 decibels. And sometimes when we're messing around with samples, the gain matching the volume that's on the meter over here can be one of the biggest tricks to understanding what true volume is it right now. So when it comes to gain matching, the old school method that I used to use was literally playing a sound over and over and looking at the meter and seeing if it matched. And what's funny is that small little thing, when it comes to just knowing what something is, has made a huge difference in understanding how to gain match, meaning the gain matches the volume of the track you're on. If you can understand that volume and gain, if you can understand that gain and volume are two totally different concepts, but they do work in tandem, you could literally start mixing from an honest way. And I think I just saw a comment or a question about not only just gain staging, but how do I know if my samples or drums are louder than the others? The numbers on your meters do not lie. So if you throw a snare drum into your session and it looks like it's at unity, your best example is literally to consolidate it or make it its own thing and then look at the meter. If the meter is off by a couple decibels, turn the gain up. If the snare is just way too loud, you got to cut it down, turn it down. The best example I can give you in this is temperature. If something's way too hot, turn it down. Like, not the volume, but the gain. It's way too hot. And I don't know if this makes any sense right here, but when you're cooking and something's a little bit too hot, something is just way too hot, make sure you just turn it down. But I actually have a really good method for this. And I'll show you guys with the session that I'm actually about to go and mix today, how I'm going to go about mixing it. I'm going to give you guys the whole rundown. So any questions before we proceed? Because that's what I think is probably going to be one of the biggest things that I'm going to be doing for this session today. Sienna says, you got the Meta glasses on today? Yeah, but they died. Aww. The Meta glasses died. They died on me, so I'm not going to be able to properly go about it. But I'm going to pull up a record here. Let's see what kind of vibe I should do today. What kind of vibe should I do today? I already did Come and Go. I sort of did Be Still. Beyond the Funk. Okay, cool. A Father's Wish. Birds in the Wind. Kind of gotta... I think I'm going to go... I'm about to go for a crazy Hail Mary today. So this record that I'm about to work on, and this one is called Lean In, featuring my girl Megan, me, and my buddy Louis C. and Ayo Will. Louis C. is on this track. So M. Faka says, do you do masters for your own tracks? Yes. It's funny. I like do masters for my own things, but I take a separate session for that. And it's more so of a car test than anything. So I'll make a different video about that. So here we go. Don't save. Delete. Here we go. All right. So let me give you guys a little bit of a thought process. This is a 105 track session. I know it's a little bit OD. This is a song called Lean In that's off the next album. I want you and us all together, listen to this track top to bottom, and we give our thoughts on how it sounds from a musical standpoint and a mix standpoint. I've never played this. I've sat on this for months. If you guys remember the streams from last year, I definitely used this one for the album. Yeah, so here we go.
As we proceed to get what you need from the 863.
Right now.
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here, right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right
I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. There's a building coming down and there's something wrong. I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. And it took me so long just to write this song. If I don't go now, then my chance is gone. Suspense in the air, hair on my neck, goosebumps, I'm aware. Something is off and I'm leaving what's there.
It's all in the wall and they slay. Wait a minute.
The floor is lava and it's waiting. Run through the halls and they praying, catch them saying, asking for God to come save them. Even though we blame it on Satan. Heaven sent is a choice and we name it. Got some in elevators and others in staircases.
Homeostasis.
Adrenaline is a drug for us all. I'm telling you to obey this call. If you lean in, then it's a trust fall. I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. There's a bill coming down and there's something wrong. I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. And it took me so long just to write the song. If I don't go now, then my chance is gone. So that's basically the track. So what's funny is I realized I played the wrong version of this session. I actually have one more version of this with like a dozen horns. So I'm gonna open up that mug real quick and am I gonna be mixing the entire track today or just the vocals? I'm just gonna be focusing on like the more musicianship stuff. I could focus on the vocals at some point because I feel like if I try to tackle the world today, I'm not gonna get anything done. So let's see if I can open up this other session real quick and see if it gives me exactly what my last version was. So hold on 1 second. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now perfect. All right. About 107 tracks, which is pretty insane. Mighty God. All right, one more time. Well Said says, it's so tough because when you're making stuff, you feel the energy. Then you come back to you like, what the heck was I doing mix-wise? So here's the cool part. That this is probably going to be one of the more unique ways of expressing this. But when I go back to mixing a record and I had a crazy idea like this put together, I have to be willing to drop a little bit of my ego in this process. Let me explain what I mean by that. So the ego tells you I want everything mad loud, right? But mad loud does not mean it's mad good. It just means it's loud. And so there is a point in a record when you're working on it that you literally have to just say, hey, I am listening and I need to do what's best for this song versus what I want it to be. And I think that being an underlying rule is crucial. To kind of piggyback off of this, there was actually a question about this. Let's see here. How do I make sure there's no static on a track? So what's funny is this is quite literally the only way you could be able to go through it. You have to open up your entire session. And this is literally what mixing entails. You need to know what is inside of your session as it is playing. Because if not, something will do some weird stuff in the process. And so first and foremost, let's go ahead and simplify this session. I'm going to play it one more time and see what's happening. I'll make sure to let the vocals just kind of be on. I also had horns too, so let me go ahead and turn this on real quick. All right, so let's see here. Because it's like energy-wise, you can hear it's there. It's just gotta.
Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here, right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here.
I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. There's a building coming down and there's something wrong. I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. It took me so long just to write this song. If I don't go now, then my chance is gone. I also gotta delete some tracks off of this. Goosebumps, I'm aware something is off and I'm leaving what's there. So, before we begin this part, I'm gonna go ahead and delete what this session does not need and start mirroring the process. So currently I have about 106 tracks. Majority of those are horn stacks. Cento says like the noise floor. I'm just saying stuff now. Yeah, so like noise floor, bro. Noise floor, I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to noise floor, when it comes to static, when it comes to noise that is not necessarily beneficial for a record, either two ways. Either there's a plugin that's going to do it for you or you manually have to do it yourself. How do you pan each track and it's important to have them in position? So Tamaki Sanders, good question. So I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to mixing a record and understanding where to pan things, imagine, well, that's actually it. So use your imagination for a moment. You play jazz, Tamaki. You play jazz. You know when you go to a show and you're standing in front of or sitting in front of a stage and you see all the musicians on a stage. You know from a live setting that the drummer is dead center with the hi-hat, the ride, the crash cymbal, like literally you're imagining a space. So music in its dimensions, like the left to right panning, is kind of the same vibe. You're literally looking at a space and imagining what is there. So a lot of my music that I make is not just dead center. I'll usually sometimes put instruments or sounds in the location I would envision them being on a stage. That's low-key how music became what it is that you look at where things are sitting. And where it's sitting, if your keys or piano player is on the far right, kind of pan them a little to the right. If your bass player isn't in the middle and he's probably off on the side, put that right on the left, but put that on the left, and so forth. the best way I would go about doing it is literally look at it as an orchestra pit. If you ever seen like the diagram of an orchestra pit, I would imitate that, because when I go to a show, I don't hear a drummer sitting right in the middle of the stage and the keyboard is sitting right in the middle of the stage. You got to put them exactly where you see them on a stage and how you're hearing them. A lot of live music can help a lot of people when it comes to engineering. So that's how I go about panning instruments. I literally am mixing a record for another person today, and they have glockenspiels, xylophones, mallets, but mallets aren't dead center because they sound like the room. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna tuck those in the back and pan them a little bit to the right. So that's how I go about doing it. But when it comes to this, we're gonna go about turning two of these. Well, not two of these. Let's go ahead and take all of the MIDI, and marry it. What do I mean by marrying? So all of the MIDI at the moment needs to be converted to audio, because it's just very difficult to mix MIDI if it's not printed. So I'm just going to print that real quick. All right. So he just froze the arrangement. Now all of the MIDI should now just be audio. Should not be dealing with any MIDI notes in this session. Yeah, it's doing it. It's taking a moment, but yeah, there we go. Yes. Now even my session feels a little more manageable. Okay, so before we get into the whole mixing process, this is also what's very tedious and time consuming. You have to know what everything is. So let's start first. Let's just start here from this point and loop this section and just press play.
Right now.
Right here.
Before I start going down this route, I gotta start naming everything. Cento says, I gotta start freezing now that I'm using Ableton more. Bro, freeze your track. Marry early. Y'all ain't never gonna ever hear me say that quicker. And I'll just say this. You see something that you like, and that's it. Marry it as quick as you possibly can. Yeah, Nick Astro says mixing can be as subjective and creative as the beat making process. Knowing the principles is key. I actually say, I'll go as far as to say this. Every single song that you're working on is asking something of itself. Whether we recognize it or not, it is asking a question. It's begging a question somewhere underneath it. So let's go ahead and listen to what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm gonna turn off all the processing. The music will literally tell you what it needs. So I'll tell you something about this track already. If you were to just turn on the bass and just listen to it, it has a very big anticipation thing, right? As well, I'm thinking about flamenco. It's like flamenco and a little bit like, almost like a Missy record, like a Missy or Timbaland record. And so when I think about how I was making this, I was thinking about Timbo, I was thinking about Missy, I was thinking about Magoo. I was just thinking about like outside of the pocket thought process. So let's go ahead and take this kick drum right here. I'm gonna start organizing this session. So I'll tell you how I like to organize my my drums. Kind kind of going back to how I normally do like cook-up sessions or whatnot. Let's go and put this up here. Let's put the kicks. So there's collabs right here. Random thought, Mfaka. Channel Tress was gonna be on my album, but he didn't like his verse. He didn't like his verse very well. Like I was like, what do you mean? You don't like your verse? And he was like, nah, I don't like it. Take my verse off. All right, so I kind of like the way the drums sound, but let me hear it real quick on the speakers. All right, so let's go ahead and start from a few things real quick, because that was a little bit more of a sound design choice. I realized the kick drum was just, everything about the drums were just kind of sitting on a bus. It wasn't really doing much of a mix, if you will. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. I'm going to do something I should have done from the beginning of this session, which is turn everything down. And I mean, literally, turn it all down. That's what I'm about to do. Turn it all down. Thank God this is working too. Because now I can just go ahead and be like, all right, I'm gonna delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this, delete this. Now I can go ahead and explain it properly. All right, so after organizing, I gotta make sure I'm hearing what I'm hearing. So let me make sure I turn this back on. All right, so now that I got that organized, I want to make sure I'm properly looking at this. Trying to see if there's anything else. That's cool. All right, so now that I got everything there, I'm going to leave all the automation. Thankfully, everything in the automation stays. Romeo says, I've been DAW hopping. Should I switch to Ableton? Do you enjoy the sound designing process? That's my question. Because I'll tell you this, every DAW does something specifically different. Like, they do different things. Logic is really, really good at just having all the sounds you need. Ableton is really, really good at sound designing and performing. FL will give you a certain sound if that's what you're looking for, but it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to chop up some regular samples, Ableton will do that. It could do that. I know people who literally just open up Ableton and just chop up samples. That's literally it. All right, so now I got that down. I'm gonna turn off all of this processing effect because I need to hear what everything is. The drums are incredibly dry. So these drums all literally dry. So I'm gonna do the due diligence of doing something a little bit crazy. It's gonna sound really crazy. I'm gonna ungroup this. I'm gonna turn everything down. This is where the ego This is where the ego and everything in me is like, oh my God, you're messing up the mix. No. You need to know what your thing is doing. So off rip, I'm turning everything down in this session. And I mean, literally, I'm going to turn everything down. I'm not even going to worry about the vocals for this. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to turn everything down. I'm going to select everything and go like -12, -10. So here's the cool part. So I think about like when a session is already in a good spot. Me personally, I have to work my way up. Meaning all of the things that I just turned down, I know for a fact I was not married to it when I worked on it. I just knew at some point I'll get there. So all of what I just did was reorder what the drums were doing, I just had to organize what I was hearing. So let me also see this. This is also a weird bass drop thing. I don't even know what to call it. This is actually by my buddy Sonny. Wavy Sonny's on this track too. And then I have like a riser here. Riser. The KES1. Serum 2. And I forgot, I actually have horns from Serum in this track too. So all right, so check this out. Everything pretty much is right there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Let me delete some of these gaps with extra samples. And this is gonna help me like get a good baseline mix on everything. So now that I have everything here, everything is pretty much here. Let's mute this. I don't want any atmosphere stuff. I just need the actual song. All right, so everything is there. When it comes to mixing, you need your imagination. Remember this, guys. We are cooking with our imagination. Imagination. You need imagination to mix. So, off rip, I'm going to tell you, this needs to have motion and energy. It needs to feel roughly the same amount. So, the only thing as a mix that I want to accomplish is enhancing what has already been given to me. We are not doing anything from brand spanking new. Everything is there. We just have to follow what it is telling us to follow. Off rip, this track is literally built around the rhythm and the bass specifically. So here we go. I'm gonna change the settings to my microphone. I'm gonna go 128. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. This right here is where our energy is. This right here. So now I gotta do something specific here. I can choose to work my way up from this point on and allow the music to tell me where to go next. I do a little bit of this when I'm working on beats, when I'm just cooking up. But when it comes to a mix, let's see how far we can really push this thing. So at the moment, I wanna say this kick drum is pretty solid. Let's check where the meter is. Okay, we're pretty solid. -11, -10, roughly the same. So I'm gonna do simple as this. Turn it up. Instinctively, I am thinking, turn this kick drum up. And I'm gonna actually turn off my microphone real quick and just kind of get a little level of this. Now, what's funny is I don't have a ducker on this bass at all. There was no ducking when I worked on this track. It's just straight bass sound. You're hearing like a regular sub, like from the essential bass. It's just super clean. A clean sound will get you very far. So that's a whole nother conversation. So I like this kick drum, but I wonder if I can get like an additional thing out of this. So I got like a saturator. A regular old degular saturator inside of KFX. And I kind of want to see where I can go with this. So I wanted to kind of be thumpier, but I'm going to just see how much more I'm going to like kind of go for it. Let's see here. That's like a regular soft clip. Let me do like a little comparison real quick. Compared to turning off that effect I just did. I threw a little filter on the kick, like a little reso filter on the kick, versus it not on to being on. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. All right, now we can work on adding the same one. Now, this is what I like to do. If I have a preset or a thing that works, I will literally take that exact same setup and apply it to what's behind it. So that bass, I'm gonna throw this bass with the same preset on to see what happens. So the kick and the bass are supposed to be in relationship with one another. Okay, so now I'm thinking from this perspective of like, Well Said says, so subtle, if your ear isn't trained, you'll miss it. So how you can train your ear to do this is literally, I would quite literally spend time taking a kick drum, saturating the kick, throw a little bit of boost on it, a little bit of boost with that little filter, take the same preset and apply it to the bass. The kick and the bass should not be competing. They should be literally the same approach. Really good producers pick the best sounds that complement one another. That's why mixing engineers will have a better or easier way of going about it. Literally the hardest part about literally going in and mixing a record is trying to reimagine certain things, because sometimes people haven't used the imagination to make the thing. They're just making the thing because they like making the thing. You got to use your imagination to do this. So check this out. I like this a lot. So now for the rest of the record, it's going to be like this. So now I'm about to go ahead and turn on a few of the other elements. I'm going to go ahead and hit the snare. something similar, but I'm gonna try a different preset for this. Everything is about small little enhancements. All right, so now I gotta go ahead and throw that. I like that. Let me hear this on the speakers real quick. Now for the bass, I kind of want to do a little bit of a side chain. I'm not gonna lie. A little small little one. So I just need something that kind of like small pump. Because I need that kick to really be the force, but the bass is just kind of like holding it in place. Let's turn on the compressor. Yeah, let's see here. Turn on the auto. Do I usually put something on the main bus while mixing? I try not to. I usually have it off. There we go. So also too, might I also say it varies, because sometimes when I'm working on a joint, I'll literally have something that boosts the entire mix, more so on the end that is how I made the record. So sometimes when I've sent stems out and wondered why in the world the record I'm working on does not sound or feel relatively the same, it's because it's literally pushing up against a soft clipper for a good portion of it. And sometimes you need to give that same soft clipper to the engineer who's mixing the record. If not, it's gonna feel very different. That's what happened with the record with Shakedown I did for Danny Brown. I produced a record for him. And my stems had all this stuff on the master, but I didn't tell the mixing engineer, hey, this is what's on the song. They sent me the mix back. I was like, is it not loud enough? Like, what happened? And I had to humble my ego at that moment and be like, yeah, I gotta turn some things up. It was not loud enough when I worked on the song. It was a plug-in line to me the whole time. That's a whole nother conversation. But all right, so now I got this part right here. Turn the bass down a little bit. I want to side chain this kick. Instrumental kick. I don't want it to be like a super deck. Kind of like that a little bit. Verse is not having it. This is just me kind of trying things out with taste. Now I can add other things. See, that's tough. I'm gonna use the same preset for this one, but kind of go from there. Kind of want to side chain that compressor real quick. It's funny because it kind of reminds me of my milkshake makes other boys in the yard. They're like, it's better than yours. They're like, it's better than yours. Hey, yeah. That's what it's kind of giving me the vibe of. So now I'm kind of going in that direction for like these other elements. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Hold up. Now we got like a source to pull from. Let me go ahead and hit this kick right here. of the space you're doing. Because this is really what a lot of the mix is just being able to take what you're hearing and then being like, I'm going to build from here, build the piece as we go. Okay, now I have like same approach too. I actually put on the wrong one. Let's turn that up a little bit. Okay, let me mute the bass for a second, kind of focus on this rhythm. There we go. I'm gonna use my imagination for this sound. So Crash just asked the question specifically about what is the best mixing components to use on non-percussive stems. So I'm gonna tell you this. I try to think about my percussive elements like the percussive elements to me are more so like think about it like air, like an atmosphere, right? Even when you hear just this by itself, this is literally an atmosphere. There we go. I kind of want to drag back this sound. Let it sit a little better. So I have a simple shaker here. I could probably do something a little cool with this. So the only other element I go about using to really get like a crazy sonic out of it, and I'll literally just put the plugin on here to see what kind of result I can get. Guitar rig on the shaker. Either guitar rig on the shaker is something that can kind of like variate some of how that like thing is moving. Because right now everything is dead center. So let's see here. Ooh, wait a second. I kind of like how destroyed it sounds. That's very satisfying. Hold up. Now when I add everything else back, dun, dun. So this is what I'm gonna do. I want to sidechain some of this. Let me sidechain this kick real quick. Well, from the kick. Now we go ahead and do that. I love that. Now with this clav, I gotta think a little bit outside of the box because it's cool, but it's very dry. And one thing about dry sounds is like clavs were never intended to just be a dry sound. I gotta make this the icing on the cake, okay? So now I'm going to use my imagination. I hear this clav, right? But also at the same time, I need it to sound like it is literally in someone's room, kind of like how the other sound was like in a room. So I need this to sound like it's in a room too. Now let me see something even weirder. I'm gonna go over here to this preset and see what I could probably do on top of the collab. So here we go. There we go. Now watch this. Here we go. There we go. So Crash says, what is the master change in Ableton? Is it tools used to mix and make it sound pristine? I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna mess your brain up. Currently at this moment, I am sticking to the session notes. The only thing that is sitting on this session, if I turn off this limiter, I am just boosting. I have a glue compressor on Ableton. And I put it up 50%. So whenever y'all hear that my mixes are really, really like loud, I have a soft clipper. I have a soft clipper right there on it. And so when I just try to nudge a little bit of that sound, look at this. It's the soft clipper really doing the work. It's doing the dirty work. Mind you, I don't even have a drum bus on this thing. It's just I boosted everything. See, now we're getting somewhere. You feel me? All right, so this is something cool, right? I want to take the same thing from the bass because you can hear that low tone in this. I'm going to throw that in here. So I'm going to take the same kind of preset. I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to turn off the side chainer for the compression. I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to leave that saturation on about 45 and just see what kind of stuff happens there. See, that's ridiculous. I'm going to do the same exact thing here, but kind of turn down a little bit of the low. Yeah, bro, you gotta glue some of them sounds down. You see what just happened? Now, I'm gonna just simply turn this up. You gotta play around with it. Now, here's something crazy. I'm gonna tell you what this sound is to me. And I think about like when you hear records, right? When you listen to records and you listen top to bottom and a song starts doing that thing you hear in it, there should be a sound in the sound that you can boost. I hear this sound being a sound in the sound. It's like you listen to a big record and the big record has that dun, 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 dun. Like someone's gonna literally hum this. You know what I'm saying? I'm using my imagination to do that. So let's say from the perspective of what I've already used with this, I want to apply this here. So I'm curious about this crazy rise going with the Louis C sample I have here. So I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm gonna turn it on. Ooh, that's kind of stupid. Hold up, let me listen to this on my speakers real quick. Now, here's also something that's very interesting. Let me go ahead and ease back on some of this width. There's a frequency I do not like in this sound. I'm going to go find it, and I'm going to identify where this bleed is coming from, because this sound, if I can just get rid of what I'm not liking or what does not make sense for this record, everything else will slowly start to compound. Now, when I'm showing you guys this with the mixing experience, is every decision I am making compounds over time. So it's not just like, what's the preset you use? What's this, what you use? Good Ableton or whatever software you use, racks, come from the concept of this. If you can compound your good decisions over time, it will then create a sound that is very distinct. So this right here, it has a really nasty frequency in it. And I'm like, I don't know how I didn't catch that when I was making this beat. So I simply just sweep. I'll just simply sweep the sound and see what I'm trying to hear. That's gross. Let's see if there's any of them. Yes, I promise you, just keep practicing. I'm telling you this because when it comes to literally mixing, it is a combination of good decisions compounding over time. That's how you know if something is good. It's just, hey, something is good because good decisions compounded over time to bring you to that decision. If it's too loud, turn it down. If it's too quiet, turn it up. Yeah. Don't like that. But I don't want to kill the magic of the song. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this. Is there anything in the middle of this that makes sense for the record? That's cool. I actually like that. So this is what we're gonna do. Both of these joints sound cool to me. I'm gonna kind of dial back on some of it. So let's make the scale 0. I'm just gonna kind of tweak it and see how it sounds on the speakers. Yeah, now we getting there. We getting there. Ugh. It's funny because I wanted to sound like it's collapsing. It's like, okay, so here's a funny thing about this song, right? When I think about this record sounds like a building coming down. So imagine if like the sounds collapsed inside. It went from like see how my hands go like this? I want the sound to do this. Like it should, you know what I'm saying? So this should do that. That's what I'm thinking of. So how am I gonna go about doing that? I actually have a part of my plugin on KFX that allows me to play around with the width of the sound. Would an effect at the end of that intro sound like that? Rise or effect help? Possibly. So a lot of it is just enhancement, but I want to say a lot of the sounds that I'm hearing feel like they're becoming like this collapse. It's like it should collapse into something. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about the word collapse. Collapsing isn't like everywhere at the same time. Like a collapse isn't that. Like if someone fell on you, right? They didn't fall on everything. They fell on you. So if something or someone collapsed onto something, then that one thing goes into another. So I'm going to go about the width of playing around with the actual width of this sample and see what happens if I just kind of just nudge it mono. I want to nudge it mono. Just see what happens. With both of these joints solo, let's see what happens. What if I made it wider? Like I made the explosion. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait. I'm gonna see how it feels because this is giving me something. This is giving me a crazy idea now. Now we're cooking with some hot grease right now. I'm going to play around with something. I'm going to see if this works. Let's play around with so I'm about to use the delay as a function, but I'm not going to use it in the way you guys think. I just want to use, like, you know how like delays on Ableton has like this left and right delay. So I'm going to use like the left and right to kind of do something cool here. So let's turn that off. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to go here. I'm going to make sure I just open it up. Let's just see what happens. I just want to see how it feels when I do it. Ugh. So what if I go from I'm gonna go like, let's go ahead and open up the width a little bit because everything is a little bit of just balancing of motion. Keep that. There we go. I'm gonna play it on the speakers real quick.
Hey, welcome to the club.
I need to turn the frequency down real quick. There's a frequency that's too loud. Too loud. Let's go ahead and reuse what I have here. Yeah, let's see here. So I actually automated the left to kind of move. But what I might do is I might do it to both. Yeah, let me see here. That's it. Make sure I have this here. There we go. I'm gonna just make sure this also fades out too towards the end. My speakers are on. Hold up. Let me make sure I do this real quick. There we go. Now I can go ahead and work my way all the way up. Now with everything else, now we just got to make everything else match. I needed to feel like something reference-wise is, you know, another song like, I like the way you move it, dun, 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 way you move it. Outkast, the way you move. I like the way you move it. Bam, 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 bam. That's where that's coming from. That's where I referenced it from. Now, here's the funny part, right? How am I going to take these horns and make them sound like they're in a big room? Like, think about like, so check this out. I'm thinking about it from this perspective. I got two horns that are working together because I'm chopping up some horns from Ayo Will in this, but he's also playing on this on as well. So I chopped up his horns and he's playing. So this is one of them right here. Yeah, so this is what we're about to touch right now. I'm actually about to grab this. I wonder if this is gonna work right here if I do this. I kind of want to see what kind of verb I can try with this preset. Let's see what happens here. The name of what's a good little convolution? I might use Guitar Rig for this one. Hold on. Guitar Rig. Yeah, I might use Guitar Rig. I just want to see what kind of sound can I possibly get with this. This is just me experimenting, thinking about like, all right, horns need to be out. They need to be out, boy. They need to be out. So I'm going to use the same kind of preset from this riser here, but I want to apply it to these horns while also adding convolution reverb to it. So let's see here. I'm gonna just boost and take it somewhere. Boost, take it somewhere. Take me somewhere right here. So I'm going to apply that same preset to this one over here. I'm going to take the same preset and just start applying what I'm into to other things. Literally just working my way down little by little. Louis! Oh, did you hear how the horns came in? Wait. Did you just hear how the horns came in? That's how the horns came in. Hold up. That is big. That is really, really big. Hold up. Will this be broken down on you? Absolutely. I'm gonna actually I'm putting together, and this is actually something I didn't tell you guys. I'm putting together a new ebook tips for the modern day producer and how to mix. I'm gonna not only just have this as YouTube videos, gonna have it as like, you know, how to go about the process of putting it out and then boop, boop, boop. So this is gonna all go up on YouTube eventually. So let's take the same preset and apply it to, because I have these other like versions of his preset, of like the preset I have on here, and just see what would happen if I layer those together. So I'm going to match those. Negative 9.6. Yeah. Put in a good place and just go from there. There we go. It's like having a consistent, it's like there should be a constant build. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to apply this same width, right? I'm going to apply the same width over here and work my way up. And as we go, we just apply it as we go. This is just me kind of throwing a little slight automation. Now here's when automation becomes like worth it, right? Because I'm already like using automation, but I'm using automation to design the space that I'm in. So it's just constant rise. There's no like it drops consistently and is there, except for like the first couple like passes. So it's like this. As well. The beat is very simple, by the way. Kind of might turn up that shaker a little bit. Now here's something crazy I might do. I might actually put sidechain on these horns. Hold up. This sample is actually from Louis C. The name of the sample is called SUA. SUA. It's 96 BPM, but I chopped up the sample that that you submitted like a while ago. I made this a while ago, bro. Yeah, so I might actually put a little side chain on this real quick. Maybe a little side chain right here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I kind of want to do something weird to this sound. Now here's something crazy, right? When I was making this beat, I thought about who that boy, who him is, who that boy, who him is. That joint right there. I was thinking of that synthesizer when I was working on it. Cause you know how Tyler would take the most simplest sounds and just completely go there with it? Boy. That's literally my thought process. That was literally what I was thinking. So. So I'm gonna put that on this preset and see what happens. Everything should feel big. The side chain, that kick drum. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Now, there was something in there. The synth could go bigger. I feel you on that. I kind of want to do some like, hold on. You know what record I'm thinking about? You know what record I'm thinking about, y'all? This is a song I just thought about. Remember when Donald Glover or Childish Gambino did This Is America instrumental? Let me think of this instrumental real quick. Hold on. You motherfucker. There was like a thing at the end of it that was like very, let's see here. Should I really mangle this thing? Because I'm trying to think about like, all right, am I about to mangle it? So mangling a certain sound. And I think about like, I think about like soccer games. Soccer games have these kind of like absurd sounding like synthesizers. They're just huge. That's kind of crazy. Hold on. Let me see some here. Let me see what other kind of presets they got. This is interesting. All right, so now I'm hearing some additional elements inside this. I kind of want to apply that same thing to the bass here. Let's see here. There's one more thing I kind of want to add to the bass. Yeah, that's it. This is really interesting. Now we got something to work with. I kind of want to reuse some of this stuff. I'm not going to hold you. Any particular questions that are missing? Y'all are curious to know? I'm kind of trying some stuff out here, so I'm going to play what we got so far and then slowly incorporate the vocals in. Any questions, any curiosities you guys got about mixing? Because it's fun. It's always just a fun process to see like how far something goes. But yeah, bro. Yeah, it sounds like that element is there. I kind of want to slowly incorporate the vocals in and just kind of give us a good little baseline of what to expect.
We proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here, right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here.
All right, let's see how loud this stuff really is. Hold on. Let me do this. I'm gonna do this real quick. Let me also do this. All right, so I gotta be able to hear everything in context. So now I'm about to just mute the drums because the drums kind of hold a good portion of the energy here. So I'm gonna mute that for a second and just listen to everything else.
What you need from the 863.
Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna turn the instrumental down just a smidge so I can hear what's happening.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here.
Where you
I kind of like that a lot. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's see how I can like clean up some of this. I'm gonna mute the bass too, and just kind of see how I can marriage the both. There we go. All right, perfect.
Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here, right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
There we
Right
go.
here.
Where you at right now?
right,
I don't think you at right now.
right here.
So let's go ahead and throw a little preset on top of this. So I keep my preset chain roughly fairly simple. Let's go ahead here. I'm gonna go about this in a very simple way. So first and foremost, I use a bunch of bands. Bands will make them dance, okay? Don't forget that, guys. Bands will make them dance. Dance, I say. Yeah, bro. So appreciate y'all just vibing out watching me. So y'all learning anything cool?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you
Let's
at
meet
right
the
now?
horns
right
real
here,
quick.
right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here.
I need that
Where
like,
you at right now?
Right,
I don't think you at right now.
right here,
let's
Where
saturate.
you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now? Where you at right now?
I just need to know where you at right now. That's all I need to know.
You at right now? Where
So,
you at right now?
A better mixing
Where you at
strategy
right
is
now?
always this. Let's just kind of give you guys a little bit of a blank slate thought process to think. Let's ask each other some questions, right? Before you start adding anything to this track, what are you hearing? One, I am hearing this voice.
You at right now? Where you at right now? Where
What
you at right now?
about this sound
Where you at right now?
sounds
Where you at
in
right
any
now?
way like something is lacking? I always ask the question is, can what I'm hearing feel better than what I am already hearing at the moment? If the answer is yes, then you have choices to make. If the answer is no, leave it alone. And that is relative. That is relative because not everybody mixes the same way. Some people like to slowly work, pushing the sound up. Some people work really, really quiet. What makes all of this, which to kind of contextualize the whole thing, I'm listening to this entire song at 12 o'clock on my headphones. If you look at a clock and the headphone, how much is turned up, I'm halfway. Meaning, if I wanted me personally to just turn it up, like the whole thing, I could easily just go to the knob and be like, I want to listen to it a little bit louder. But if something is not loud enough in the actual mix, that allows me to be able to address it directly in the song. But sometimes people literally be like, oh, turn it up. Turn it up. Think about all the boosting that I just did. It's literally specifically catered to just turn it up if you want it to be louder. If not, I work at 12 o'clock all the time. And that does not change. So the proper strategy is, one, ask yourself the question, is this the best that this can feel? What is it? And is it the best that I can make it feel? If not, what is lacking? So in this, I hear something lacking in the vocal.
You at right now?
Just given
you
what I
at right
know
now?
I'm able to do with
Where
like
you
other
at right
records,
now?
this reminds me of Lil Bit. The song Lil Bit, the album, The Funk Will Prevail. This right here has a very Lil Bit approach to it. So I'm thinking from the perspective of like, I have a deep voice in this. It should feel large. It should feel like Woo! You know what I'm saying? So I want this voice to sound like God. Okay? I want this voice to sound like God. You know what a God voice sounds like. Y'all ever watch those movies where God talks and it's like a deep, hefty voice? You know what I'm saying? I think about it from that perspective. So I got an enhanced feature here.
You at right now?
That'll give us a good
Where
little.
you at right now? Where you at right now?
Yep.
Where you at right now?
That's cool.
Where you at right now?
What's funny is
Where
when I
you at
made that
right-
initial song, I actually had the preset on another plugin that I don't have anymore. But I could use Guitar Rig to get me there closely. Yeah, I could get Guitar Rig on top of that. Matter of fact, yeah, the Morgan Freeman voice. I need that Morgan Freeman voice. Guitar Rig. All right. So I just need a little bit of this. I need this like crank. Like I could do obviously a bunch of different stuff to this thing, but I want something that feels like where you at right now. Like I need it to feel woo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna find a vocal preset that probably works for this. Let's see here. I want something that feels. I want some character behind it. So let's see here. VHS board.
You at right now? Where 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 you at right now?
Whoa. Wait a second. Hold on. I might be able to push that one. Hold on.
You at right now? Where 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 you at right now?
Take the little pieces and just kind of do that. Well says he heard one earlier during the synth work. I might put that on this vocal over here.
You at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Let's try that real quick. I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to take the same exact preset off of here. But the only difference is I want to take this exact same sound and just start tweaking it together. You know what I'm saying? So now that I have that, I'm thinking clean up, boost. So with vocals, I need two things. I need some cleanup on aisle 10. Clean up aisle 10.
You at right now?
Right here.
Where 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 you at right now?
Right here.
You at right now?
Right here.
Where 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 you at right now?
Right here.
I like that. I'm not going to lie.
You at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Just make sure that's just boosted. So let's see here. There was one on the synth work that I'll probably throw on here.
You at right now?
Right here.
Where 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 you at right now?
Right here.
That's perfect. All right. So let's see here.
Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here. Right here.
Ooh, wait a second. Now I can play around with some stuff because there's something here.
You at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at?
Okay. So now we can play around with some stuff.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
I don't even want that to be on the whole thing. I want that to have like the same kind of like approach with this, and it opens up towards the very end. Right here, right here. Yeah, I wanted to close. Yeah, that's it. Right here. But do that right here.
Where you at right now?
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 Right here. Right here. Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right.
I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. Okay, hold on. Let me throw one more thing on this. Hold on, because now I'm just kind of having fun. I'm just kind of having some fun with it. Let me add one more component. I'm thinking of Octaver. Yeah, let me see here.
You at right now? Where 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 you at right now? You at right now? Where you at right now? Where you at right now? Where you at right now? You at right? Where you at right now? Where you at right now? You at right now? Where you at right now? You at right now? Where you at right now? Where you at right now? Where you at right now?
Right here.
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 Where you at right now?
This is where the part of the mixing process becomes one of those things of like, oh, you hear what I'm saying? So like, I feel like I could just keep it as is with this, but I want to cut on the bass. I want to cut on the bass of that part right there. Where you at right there, right? Where you at right there, right here, mean it. Right, that's so, brother, that's gonna be so darn silly. Hold on, wait. That's crazy.
Where you at right now?
Ah, there we go. All right, perfect.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here. Right here. Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
I kind of want to just chop that part. Where you at right now?
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Where you at right now? That's so stupid. That is like, that is egregiously dumb. Where you at right now? I just need that.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
I'm gonna keep that initial one, but I want to keep this right here.
Here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here. Right here. Right here.
Where you at right now?
I just want to have it do that one, just that one. Where you at right now? Where you at right now? That's so stupid.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now? Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
Right here. Right here.
That's stupid. That's really ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I just want to have one. Cut off the two. One. Cut off the two. Yeah, there we go.
From the 863.
So I feel like this just needs a little bit of saturation. Now this is where I usually go about doing things in a very different way. I'm kind of going off of the creativity of the session itself. Over time, as I've been mixing, progressively, I get a little more organized, but this is just me having fun with it. You know, like it doesn't have to be this like, you can definitely have like a approach to it, but you got to use your imagination. That's what people usually ask for when it comes to like mixing and finishing the record. So
As we proceed.
So one thing I actually don't have on this is any saturation. Let me turn off the external. Let me go ahead and put a little drive on that.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed to give you what you need.
All right, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna kind of keep it like this for now.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
Where you at right now?
I kind of want to take this same approach and apply it to this EQ 8. I'm gonna apply the same thing over here. I just want to turn off all of this. Turn off all this. I'm gonna take the same approach. See how it sounds. I don't want that octave on that though. Turn that off. Delete this. Yeah, delete that. I don't need that.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed.
So there's actually something really gross in this I gotta get rid of. It's really, really gross. So let's go ahead and go over here and see what kind of like thing I can remove. Over here. Let's go ahead and delete this. Make sure I put all of I gotta put all the EQ darlings in the back because everything else is just expanding off of that. Yeah. You know something funny? The way that I approach mixing, I used to think I did not know how to mix at all until someone said, bro, your stuff sounds amazing. I'm like, what you mean? It's like, bro, do you understand how insane your music sounds? Like, well, I mean, I did go to school for it, you know, to understand a little bit of what I'm doing, but a lot of it is just me kind of shooting from the hoop. What is my imagination telling me? That's where it's like imagination.
We proceed to give you what you need from the 863. We proceed to give you what you need.
Let's go ahead and sweep and see where this vocal has that nasty frequency in it.
We proceed to give you what you need. We proceed to give you what you need. As we proceed to give you what we proceed. We proceed to give you what you need.
I found the ugliest frequency in this thing. That's it. That's it. Turn this back to 0.
We proceed. We proceed.
I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick too. Shelving. So this is how I usually go about mixing, right? Before you start messing with EQs, saturations, anything of that nature, I always ask what is not necessary. If it's not necessarily needed to be there, turn it down. Matter of fact, this is something I think might be good for the approach. I want to tweak just a certain part of this. So when I do put like all the processing on it, it's just matched.
As we proceed to give you
Now, what I'm about to do real quick is just kind of match up some of the more quieter parts of the waveform and just kind of see how consistent it sounds. So here we go.
as we proceed to give you what you need. You need from the 8 from the 863.
I'm going to turn that voice down and just kind of go off of that. And this will be a good like reference. This is like I'm manually doing this. The manual labor. Not everything is plug-in based, but it's just manual labor. So here we go. I'm gonna take this here. I'm gonna turn this up. Yeah. Manually, this is how I usually go about it.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Now that 6 needs to come down.
63.
Ooh. Yeah. Crash says Vox mixing is more difficult than mixing musical sounds. That's not 100% true. I'll tell you, because this is probably one of the more minimal production, like not vocal mixes. Like more so like, this is like mix wise, what I have. There's only a, if I really were to look at this session, right? If you look at the drum tracks, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And like out of all of the 16 sounds, it's mostly like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. It's just 5 layers of like the same sound. And so when you look at like 5 sounds of like the same sound layered and you have almost 100 vocal tracks, that's where it starts to get OD. I haven't even touched the homie's horns yet. So this is definitely a case by case thing. When I end up working on the next joint, it'll be the next single. So yeah. Mel B says, I've been figuring all the ways to get my vocals exactly how I want them. How do you want your vocals, Mel? How do you want your vocals? What do you want them to sound like? What do you want them to be? Is there a reference? Well Said says, I spent years learning how my vocal works in mixes. So I'll tell you, I actually learned how my voice works in a mix. I realized my voice is imitating something about a drummer. So yeah, I realize my voice is very much like a drum. And so I have to approach mixing my voice like I'm mixing drums sometimes. I do the exact same things I do when I'm mixing drums. Fonzie says, is there a good de-esser plugin for vocals? There's a few. I know, let's see here. I know there's RxDS. That's one. I might actually use it on this. Hold up.
As we proceed,
There's a few, but it's a matter of how deep you want to go and how you want it to DS. So, Fab Filter I know has one. I like to just be as native as possible because I know I'm gonna end up having a new computer using the session, and if I don't have the plugin, then it's gonna be like, dang it, I can't open up the session. So let me see here. De-esser. There's actually a de-esser preset inside of Ableton, and I use it sometimes. I use it to kind of like pass the time. Let's see here.
as we proceed to give you what you need from the 8-6, as we proceed to give you what you need from the 863, as we proceed to give you what you need, as we proceed, as we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
So let's see here.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed to give you what you need from the, as we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
So I'm going to try another preset for this. I'm going to try, instead of it being manly vocals, I want to try something like Stereo Ghost. Let's see what's happening here.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Wow. Hold on. I might have to open up some of those delays.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
I love that sound. Hold on. Can I try and make it sound like, hold up. I like the twin delay. I'm going to copy that. Let's see here.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
That is crazy. Yeah.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Where you at right now?
Right here.
I'm going to turn this up and just go from there. That's ridiculous. Let me go ahead Let me go warm this up, and I think that'll probably do it for today. Good old guitar rig, bro. It does a lot of work.
As we proceed to give you what you
I got a dumb idea. I got a really dumb idea. Hold up.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
All right, so my brain is thinking one thing. I want to reverse this vocal. Like do a reverb throw and reverse it. Just something to kind of shall we proceed to give you. I think there's a reverb preset I could use on top of this. So let's add one more component. Let's go to reverb, reflector. I think it's going to be reflector. Yeah. Let me go ahead and do big studio, small rooms. Trying to see here. Special. That's it. I just need a good little reverse. Yes.
As we proceed to give you what you need.
I have a silly idea up my sleeve. So I'm going to delete all of this right here. No need for this. Let's put this over here. And I'm going to turn this back on. And I want to throw sample delay into this preset. Yeah. Turn this joint right back on. Ooh, wait a second. Hold up.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863. As we proceed to give you what you need, 63. As we proceed. As we proceed to give you what. As we proceed. As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Where you at right now?
Woo! My God. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here, right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right.
I don't think y'all understand this. I don't think y'all understand what's going on. There's a building coming down and there's something wrong. I don't think. I'll save this for another day. But so far, pretty good mix thus far. I'll probably just play the instrumental and see where I got right here. I'm going to use the same exact riser preset for the thing. I hope everything that I talked about today made a lot of sense. So to kind of, wrap it all up, basically, this whole combination of mixing, by example, is one of those things that sits on where your imagination is. Where do you want things to be? So that's one part. Two, what exactly is it that you're doing? Are you turning something down? Are you turning something up? Are you using it to convert into something else? You have to use your imagination to mix, because I used to think all of what I used to know when it comes to mixing was just balancing. You have to balance all these choices that you're making. And that takes time. You can't always have it like done immediately firsthand. Even the greatest mixing engineers take time. So
As we proceed,
this is what I got so far.
what you need from the eighth. As we proceed to give you what you need from the 863.
Where you at right now?
Right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here, right here, right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right here,
Where you at right now?
right
I don't think y'all understand this. Appreciate everybody vibing out tonight. But nonetheless, appreciate everybody vibing out. I'm going to be live again come Friday. If you didn't know, I'll literally be just cooking up, creating. Any more other questions before I hop off over here? Because I feel like I'm going to just hop over here and not ask anything. Are there any other questions that we have regarding mixing? Because right now, I just gave you guys kind of like a basic crash course kind of thing. When it comes to making ideas, especially joints with 100 tracks, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. And I think for the first time in a while, I've actually just sat down with this song and been like, you know what, this is what we need to do to it. So before you know it, this joint will be done. It feels amazing in the headphones, but I obviously got to give it some more listening. And sometimes you just got to listen to something, not necessarily over and over again, but take a break after a period of time and just walk away and come back and hear it with new ears. And you'll be able to see what things are. So I know I'm going to have like another pass at this with the vocals, because I try to mix things in pieces. I don't try to like crash everything, because it's It's just physically, humanly not possible. It's just not, you know. So, but yeah, I hope this helped, guys. This has been fun. But yeah, I'll be live again, literally on Friday, giving feedback on Friday. This is a joint for the new album, and I love you guys so much. Starting next week, after our sample flip challenge, I want to let you know that we're doing a thing called Study the Greats, where we basically break down a great album. We literally break down a great album, listen to it, study it, and I'll make a sample literally off the Discord, and we end up becoming we'll make a whole thing about it. But yeah. I digress though. But yeah, I love y'all. And catch you Friday on feedback.